Athletes loaded with new.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today and get internet with a price for life. Keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
Let's get a hold of, hey, what's your name, Zecco? Are we doing .com Tom on the StreamYard? Oh, he's already there? Oh, Tom Pelissero, everybody. Hi, Tom.
How we doing, Hawk? I've been sitting here a while. You had me worried for a second.
Hey,
Oh,
nice
I'm so
suit.
sorry.
Hey, Tom.
I like your suit.
Yeah, I like how we went from me, basically unshowered in a hotel room in LA last week to like the fully, suited up version of me. We're back, baby. We're back. On the normal schedule here.
Is this the new house? Is this the new fake wall or whatever behind you now too?
It's the same fake wall, but it fits better in the new house, if you'll believe that. So yes, we have moved in. As a matter of fact, I was just going through my closing disclosures on my Bell Bank mortgage. So it's great timing for me to be right here on this show, brought to you by Bell Bank.
Boy, that's always a fun process, huh?
Yeah, underwriting,
so
always
easier,
cool.
But boy, yeah,
they do make it easy.
What the hell's a mortgage?
Well, speaking of money, let's do a call back from over an hour ago. We were talking about Shams because we saw Shams on the old Sports Center this morning, and they flashed up a stat about Shams and something like 500 texts and emails a day, and then it was 18 hours of screen time he averages a day, and we're like, is that even humanly possible? And then we were debating how much Shams gets paid because is 18 hours of screen time worth any amount of money, let alone hundreds of thousands or multi-millions? Do you have any guess what you think Shams makes a year? What would you guess?
You're asking me to guess on how much he makes per year. Those records are going to remain permanently sealed. I'm sure he does very well. He had like 3 jobs before. He was at Stadium and the Athletic. I think he's still at the Athletic. He's always got a million things going on. So maybe many millions of things going on. I mean,
maybe millions of things.
He is the best. Him and Woj were there. So, when your top competitor / mentor walks away, that puts you in a pretty good leverage position.
All right, so you're not going to answer what you think that he's going to make, but could you answer? This,
media salary guessing is not really in my my bailiwick.
I know. I don't think anybody really expected you to have to answer that.
Had to try.
What about your screen time? Like, is that something that you could share with us?
So I don't get the Sunday alerts anymore. I may or may not have gotten mad enough to Google at some point and figure out how to turn off that alert because it does get depressing. I mean, certainly in, free agency time and stuff like that. Yeah, you're in the 18, 20 hours a day just because it's nonstop, but it's like the rest, you don't do that all the time. You are going to, in fact, drive yourself nuts or go blind. So try to have some level of reason with it here. Staring into these lights for hours and hours a day, maybe also not necessarily great for me. But yeah, I mean, it depends on the time of year. Free agency, the big one. We're coming up on the trade deadline right at the end of the season with coaching changes. That's another huge one. It fluctuates a lot higher at those times here.
Speaking of coaching changes, where do you stand on the Robert Saleh, Aaron Rodgers saga of him getting fired and if Rodgers had anything to do with it?
Well, first of all, I've known Robert Saleh a long time. He's as Rodgers himself said yesterday on McAfee, he's a good man and he's a good football coach. So, for him to be, quite blindsided by this on a human level just sucks. I mean, I remember going out to dinner with him that first summer after he took the job and, he brought the family out. He's got a bunch of kids, they were building you just think about that. It's like, it's what you've worked for your entire career. And listen, some other guys we've seen in recent years, including his offensive coordinator right now, it's less than a year and the whole thing's over. With Saleh, you never felt like up until this year anyway, he really had the best shot, because the first thing that they did was, trade away Sam Darnold and then draft Zach Wilson. And it never was the right fit in that New York market. Then you get Rodgers, it lasts 4 snaps. Now he's back this year. And listen, they weren't awful. They're not 0-5. They're 2-3. If Greg Zuerlein makes a field goal in the rain, they're 3-2. But, the dynamics of the situation are you're still in year 4. The record 20-36 is what it is. Woody Johnson is the former ambassador to the UK. And so you can imagine when he's reuniting with all of his old cronies over there and having events and seeing people, and is proud of this team, and they come out and they don't look very good in a national TV game on the international stage. You can imagine from an emotional standpoint why you'd feel like, this just isn't good enough. I watched that game out in LA, last week. And, in hindsight, it probably stood out more. But I noticed at the time, too, just when they cut away to Robert on the sideline, he just looked tired. He wasn't talking on the headset. He wasn't, showing that emotion. Like our, in our mind's eye, we all think of Robert Saleh as the guy, pumped up, the 49ers defense getting jacked up. And it just looked like, it had taken a toll on him. But also, when that you've got more talent than you've had and you've got the quarterback that doesn't look good, I wouldn't expect him to feel really great about it on the sideline. So he was going to potentially make some changes in terms of, who was calling the plays on offense, in terms of how that entire protocol went. Woody Johnson says that when he talked to Aaron Rodgers on Monday night, they didn't talk about Saleh. Rodgers says the same thing. I have no reason to believe that Aaron Rodgers made a demand to Woody Johnson that you got to make a move. I do know that Aaron, and this goes back to, his times in Green Bay too, he's got a way of making sure that everybody knows how he feels about everything all the time. And if, Woody Johnson in that phone call just sensed that there was a level of frustration, that would be one more reason that he would, decide something big's got to change. The biggest thing you can do for any team to create a sea change is bench the quarterback. Well, you're not benching Aaron Rodgers. That's not even an option. So the second thing that you can do is make a change with your head coach. That's what Woody Johnson decided to do. I also know Jeff Ulbrich. He's a former player. He is a high energy, intense, but positive type of guy. I know that anybody who watched the Hard Knocks back in 2023, they remember seeing a lot of him there. It'll be a different type of energy. And we see it all the time where you get a new coach in and you get a little bit of juice. I always say it's the placebo effect. We saw it last year. Antonio Pierce takes over. It's the different energy from Josh McDaniels. Hey, Josh had a lot of rules for the players. Now there's no rules. Yeah, we're all on board. And they went and they won a bunch of games. Now, this year we're seeing Antonio Pierce. Now he's the permanent head coach. And you kind of lose a little bit of that bump. I mean, Jeff Saturday went and won his first game against the Raiders when he got the job. Why? Because you feel like, all right, we're doing things differently here. We're just going to go out and we're going to figure some things out. It's, I think that they will come out and they'll play well on Monday night. If they don't against the Bills, then it's going to be like, what now? You've pushed the biggest button that you've got to push. But if they win that game for everything that's gone wrong and for having just fired the head coach, they would have a share of first place in the AFC East, which is one more reason the timing of this was a surprise to a lot of people. I can freely admit I generally have a pretty good pulse on these things. I was surprised that the move was made at that level right now, but it's a bet by Woody Johnson. He says it's the most talented team he's had in 25 years. Well, basically you're pointing the entire finger at Robert Saleh right now. Let's see if it changes.
Bell Bank brings you .com, Tom Pelissero. I'll tell you the whole information about how you can nominate somebody to pay it forward, a charity to pay it forward at the end of the interview here. My question's real quick. Is Bill Belichick truly a candidate for this job, or is that a bit?
I don't know that Bill is going to find that cocktail napkin and, cross out what he wrote back 25 years ago and say, Bill Belichick, I am now HC of NYJ. That would be quite the full circle moment. I think that anything's possible when it comes to Bill. I think that also, though, he's going to be looking for franchises that have organizational / ownership stability, that have a quarterback, and that have resources to be able to win and win quickly. Culturally, Bill is always going to want to do things a certain way, but he's 70 something years old. He's not in for like a full on, let's tear it down 5-year rebuild project. He's going to want to come into some place and hit the ground running. And with the Jets, depending on what's going on with Aaron Rodgers, because he's got no guarantees beyond the end of this season. If this entire thing goes sideways, they go 8-9 or whatever it is, maybe this is like the 2010 Vikings where it's, okay, we know this thing is done. Now we got to turn the page, which in 11 they've signed Donovan McNabb, but that's an entirely different story. If things go well, then, it's possible Jeff Ulbrich keeps the job. But with Belichick, I think that the main issue is going to be, for 25 years with Woody Johnson as the owner, they haven't found a way to win. And, I'm not saying that's entirely Woody. He's hired the right coaches. Robert Saleh was a hot candidate. Adam Gase, as much as he became a punchline, was a popular candidate who had won a bunch of games in Miami. They went to a couple AFC Championship games with Rex Ryan as the head coach, but they haven't been able to find that consistency. I think that there would be, some challenges for Bill in that spot. I think there's some other places that probably make more sense for him. But I do know this: Bill Belichick, on top of his 15 different media gigs, is preparing every day to come back and be a head coach in 2025. Until we know what job, if any job, Bill takes, I would not 100% rule out any scenarios.
So, Tom, I want to ask you about there's another big time story going on in the NFL, and that's Deshaun Watson, and that's on the team that we all love, I think, by proxy here in Minnesota, with Kevin Stefanski being the head coach, 2-time coach of the year. We love him. We love what he's doing. We're all cheering for him. But it seems like Deshaun, who's going to leading that team right now, is done. Like mentally, emotionally, physically, just doesn't have it, but they're stuck, it seems like, with this contract. What's the situation there with Deshaun? Can they move him? Can they not move him? Are the Browns really just stuck with him for the next couple of years?
It'd be a hard one, Ben, to move Deshaun Watson with that contract, because he's fully guaranteed another $46 million in 2025 and $46 million in 2026, which, if he were playing at a high level, let's even say a top 10 level, based on where the quarterback market is, that's a relative bargain. But first of all, think about who you're talking about here. The number of teams that would just instantaneously, whether at an ownership level, coaching, whatever, just go, we're not bringing in all the stuff that comes with Deshaun Watson. Secondly, you're right. I mean, he's not playing well enough. I don't think he's playing awful. I don't think he's the worst quarterback in the league right now, and I don't think that this is all on him. But the whole thing, man, is not adding up. And you can see it. You can see the frustration on everybody. They've had a really beat up offensive line. They lost Bill Callahan, who's maybe the best offensive line coach in the league last offseason. And so Deshaun is getting absolutely pummeled back there in the pocket. When he is delivering the ball on time, Jerry Jeudy's getting hit in the end zone and not being able to bring it in. You got another receiver in Amari Cooper, who found out that he was in trade talks with the 49ers, and Cooper, in a contract year, has just not looked like the same guy. They don't have Nick Chubb, so now your running game is, different than it's been in the past. And then things like happened like last week, where they're going to go for it on fourth down. There was a lot made of that clip, and somebody, put the caption on it: Deshaun Watson quits on his team. That wasn't it. Deshaun Watson looks around and goes, well, there's 12 of us in this huddle, so we either got to burn a second time out on this drive or take the delay of game penalty and kick the field goal. And that's the option that they chose. That's why he's walking off the field. But, just think about that. When your whole season's on the line and you're just scraping, you're trying to get anything. You're just trying to get a touchdown here. And that was 2 plays after, by the way, Jerry Jeudy dropped that ball in the end zone. And somehow 12 men end up on the field, which is something that would never have happened, when Stefanski was in Minnesota, ever, especially not in the 09 NFC Championship game. But, that's not all on Kevin. That's not all on Deshaun. It's just the whole thing doesn't quite fit together right now. And on top of that, they are one of the most talented defenses in the league. And while the defense isn't bad, they're not dominating the way that you're accustomed to the Browns playing defense there. So they're 1-4 going into this week. They certainly are in that position where it's like, Kevin's won 2 NFL Coach of the Year awards, and they did it last year by, rallying behind a 4th-string quarterback. They got to find a way to win a game, because you go to 1-5 and all of a sudden, there's other things looming that you don't want, particularly with the Cleveland Browns organization that Stefanski and Andrew Berry have brought a lot of stability to, but historically have not been a place where you have a real even-keeled approach to adversity.
Where does Davante Adams end up?
It's a great question, Sauce, because
well done, Paul.
Thank you.
Right now he's still a Raider. All right, it's been 10 days since he told the team that he prefers to be traded. The Jets, even after firing Robert Saleh, my understanding is they are still interested in a Davante Adams trade. The Saints have also been interested. That situation has changed because now the main reason he would go there, his buddy Derek Carr, is out at least 2 games because of an oblique injury, and they're going to roll out a rookie 5th-round pick, Spencer Rattler, this week, and and in his first NFL start. So is that really even a viable option? If they lose these next 2 with a rookie starter, they're 2-5. And then you're going to a place that really doesn't have, a whole lot of chance. The Steelers are still hovering out there. The Bills, there could be potential other options as well. So all of which is to say the Jets are still the logical spot. I still believe when this is all done, if I had to guess, I would say Davante Adams ends up a Jet. But I also right now, based on where things are and the fact the Raiders just benched Gardner Minshew for the quarterback that Davante Adams wanted last year, Aiden O'Connell, I wouldn't 100% rule out the possibility that even if it's for a game or 2 before the trade deadline, that we the Raiders uniform again.
Speaking of guessing, if you had to guess, over under 7 figures for Shams per year.
Man, I hope, like everybody else, I would say, I really hope it's over.
I hope for your sake it's over, right? The more Shams is making, the more money down the road for Tom Pelissero.
That's what I'm saying. The marketplace, drive that market, baby. Hope all those other agents, all the other media agents are leaking that the guys are making even more than they are. That's what we need. Quick. Just keep driving it up here.
Before we let you go, real quick, and I'm going to give the Bell Bank information because we love him so much, but we were talking about the coach for the Jets. Should we that takes that job?
Should we be saying it again? I lost you for 1 second.
That's okay. Brian Flores, is he a candidate for the Jets job, you think?
I think that Flores should be a candidate for any job that's available out there. He knows that division obviously really well. I've been in New England and Miami. He'd be taking over a really talented type of defense. It's just going to depend on what's the vibe, the energy that you want with your head coach in the building. Because with Flo, there's going to be a level of a negative reinforcement culture that's a part of the bit. It wore some people out in Miami. It's working right now at a really high level in Minnesota. People are just going to have a lot of questions, but I would fully anticipate, Hawk, that Flo's getting a bunch of interviews if the Vikings continue on this trajectory.
Go do TV. Thank you, brother. We appreciate it, man.
Thank
you. There he goes. That's Tom Pelissero. I saw him put his earpiece on. I realized I asked one too many questions. Hey, listen, Bell Bank is giving one KFAN listener each week $1,000 to pay it forward to a charity of their choice. Nominate a charity of your choice right on KFAN.com. Just put in the keyword Bell to be selected each week. Tune into the Power Trip Morning Show Thursday mornings when Tom is on. You'll find out which charity got chosen. And this week, our charity is the good people at Can Do Canines. Britta Maddox is the one who nominated them. Can Do Canines is dedicated to enhancing the quality of life for people with disabilities by creating mutually beneficial partnerships with specially trained dogs. Since 1989, Can Do Canines has provided assistance dogs to people with disabilities free of charge. Our fully trained dogs, sometimes adopted from local animal shelters, are provided to clients with mobility challenges, hearing loss or deafness, seizure disorders, diabetes complicated by hypoglycemia unawareness, or child with autism. CanDoCanines.org for more information. Well done, Britta, and thank you, Can Do Canines and Bell Bank.
I will not be participating as there's no evidence that charity works.
I disagree. Once in a while it works.
It does.
Wow, yeah.
Ben, the 8 o'clock hour is right after this. Would you like to participate?
Yeah,
fantastic. Cool.
Good. Okay, good.
Perhaps.
Good,
I like it. That seems like a verbal commitment. More of the Power Trip with Ben Lieber after this on The Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here is a look at the roads. 35W northbound stop and go.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today and get internet with a price for life. Keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
Indulge in a chicken chalupa supreme, beefy 5-layer burrito, and Doritos Locos Taco, plus chips and a drink. Get yours at Taco Bell for a limited time while supplies last. Price and participation vary. Excludes freezes. Tax extra.
Luther and LutherAuto.com. Luther buys used cars. If you have a car you would like to sell it to Luther. It's that simple. 45 locations are all over the Twin Cities. Definitely one relatively close to you. Get in there today. Get an offer. That part is fast and simple and safe. You drive into the location, tell them you have a vehicle you would like them to look at. They're going to give you A-plus customer service. They're going to be super friendly, super helpful, and it's stress-free on your end because once the car is in their hands, all you have to do is say yes to their offer, and then they do the paperwork. So you don't have to do anything. You can grab a cup of coffee, kick your feet up, do nothing. They say, hey, what if I pay you this month? You say, or much. You say yes, they do the paperwork, you move on, and Luther gets the inventory, so everybody's happy. So if this fall or winter, you need some extra money and you have a vehicle you would like to sell, Luther buys used cars. 45 locations. Find them online right now at lutherauto.com. That's right. Sell your car, truck, van, or SUV to Luther.
Standard Water repairs foundations. Cracks in your basement walls, bowing walls, or settling foundation? Standard Water is the foundation repair expert since 1977. Free basement foundation repair and waterproofing estimates at standardwater.com. Standardwater.com.
Hammer, congratulations on 15 amazing years of style at Hammermade. Happen to have a deal to go with that?
Thanks, PA. We absolutely do. Buy one full price shirt, get the second shirt at 50% off.
It's hammermade.com.
At Excel Energy, we're here to make every penny count for your business. That's why we rolled out bonus rebates for energy equipment upgrades. But you can only save on your upgraded equipment if you submit your rebate application. And a lot of customers haven't yet. The deadline is December 1st, and it's fast approaching. So don't miss out on this deal. Find out how to complete your rebate application at excelenergy.com/business.
My kids call me Tom. So unnerving. Every day, the older one's like, how you doing, Tom? I go, hey, I'm not your fucking stepdad, all right? I wish I was. It'd be a lot easier, but I'm not.
From his multiple Netflix specials, comedian Tom Segura brings his new tour, Come Together, to Excel Energy Center Friday, April 18th. Get tickets Friday, 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Tom Segura, Come Together.
Ben's appearance is sponsored by Lexus of Wayzata and Maplewood.
From the Your Boat Club Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by United Healthcare Medicare Plans. Minnesota's own United Healthcare offers a wide range of Medicare plans in the Twin Cities, designed to meet your needs and your budget. It's Medicare made in Minnesota, trusted everywhere. Find a plan that's right for you at getminnesotamedicare.com.
Fan forecast.
I don't know. Nice day today, I think.
You're listening live to The Power Trip on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Ditto and Silhouettes. Before that, Bullets and Butterflies, Sleepless Nights. Local music on the Power Trip, hockeycafe.com if you'd like to submit your own music. Don't forget, by the way, through tonight at midnight, cultivatedcbd.com, 25% off your entire order just by using the promo code KFN Ghost. Because I'm real good at fantasy football all of a sudden. Here we are. It's the 8 o'clock hour. We are live at KFN.com/watch, KFN.com/watch right now. Tune in and say hello to some pretty people and the rest of us.
The band Bullets and Butterflies or whatever. Song title or band?
Bullets and Butterflies is the band.
Has to be inspired by the Pumpkins.
Correct.
Right? Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean,
yeah. The
that
world
would
is
be
a vampire, baby.
unbelievably bizarre if it wasn't.
Yeah.
How bizarre.
Very.
Great song.
Is it?
Yes.
No.
Yes, it is.
I mean, no.
I mean, it's no blame it on the rain.
Do you think that song's good? OMC's How Bizarre.
Yeah.
Can I make a counter argument?
Sure.
It's not good.
It is good. Tommy loves it.
Ooh. Boxed you up, Cor. That's not great for OMC.
Yeah, he loves that song.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah. All right, Hawk, do what you did with Lawyer Lambert last night and break the tie.
Oh. Hawk likes that song.
I do not.
I don't think he does.
All right, well, kiss hot dogs.
Wow.
What I did last night, is that what you're talking about?
Wow.
Oh, I'm a knucklehead.
Is that Kessler?
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to shoot you.
Whoa, my God.
Oh, I'm a knucklehead.
Wow.
I'm a knucklehead. You can make a horror movie trailer out of that.
What are you, nuts? No, that might be fun.
Oh.
Little cakes.
Whoa.
Hey, here's what I did wrong.
Oh, bad.
Photographic evidence. I'll run on the field. I told myself I wouldn't cry. No, you can't do that.
Oh,
I never realized how animated he was when he spoke.
He's the best.
Oh, yeah, he is the best.
Yeah, it's great. He's got great inflection.
He does. He do. Yes, he do.
Yeah, that dude kicks ass.
Yeah. Kessler Wales.
Yeah. Was that Carly?
I don't know what happened.
I think that was Carly.
Yeah, it was
Carly? Well, today's the big day, man.
That's right. She's launching the old
9 a.m.
podcast.
Yep.
Right
That's
on.
right. 9 a.m. They're all happening.
All right, let's do Fan 5.
Let's
talk
do that.
about some sports.
It's time for Fan 5, brought to you by Builders and Remodelers.
Thank you, Builders and
Builders and
Remodelers.
Remodelers.
No, you can't do that.
Yes, you can.
Parker Fox walks into the studio as well. Hi, Parker.
What's up,
What up,
Parker?
Parker?
Good morning. Good morning.
Steve.
Parker.
There he is. The Wild season starts tonight, 7 o'clock, right here on The Fan, hosting the Columbus Blue Jackets of Anaheim. Go, Minnesota Wild, tonight at 7.
That's a lie.
No,
Nope.
that's
7
not
o'clock.
Truth. That's absolutely the
That's
truth.
not
Yeah.
a lie.
Yeah, go Wild. Here's the thing that I have to remind myself every single year when this time of year happens.
Leave yourself alone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Stop. Yep. Stop doing that.
Wow. You have to remind yourself.
So I'm watching some of these hockey games that are just starting. You know, the season's just opening up, and there's some high scores. It's like 5-2, 4-0, whatever, at some point in time in the game. And if that was like a Vikings game, a football game, Gophers game, whatever, we would look at the end of that score and we would talk about that for a week because we got a week in between. I think it's so fascinating how in these baseball, basketball, hockey, they play so many games that your team could get blown out 5-0. And it's kind of like, meh, all right. Well, here's what we think that went wrong. And, here's what we got to get better. And we got a game in 48 hours. So we can talk about that one.
Cool, that attitude.
I think that's so fascinating, though, that for like basically 2 or 3 weeks, you don't really have to sweat anything. Like, it's not going to determine your whole season. But if the Vikings go on a 2 or 3 week skid, it's like it's either over.
It's over.
Or
Yeah, it's over.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so weird that we're in this transition period where we freak out about everything on the football side off of one game. And then you go into a season with both hockey and basketball. And there might be 3 games in that week, and you're like, it's fine. It's just 1 week.
I'm a little confused why the NHL's kind of spreads out a 3-day opening vibe, right? There were 3 games on Tuesday, then a whole bunch opened up yesterday, and now the Wild are tonight. I don't know. Can't we get everybody on the same page?
National TV partners. They wanted to give ESPN and TNT their days.
For Tuesday, I get, but can't everybody else play on day 2? Can't we get going?
No, because TNT wants exclusive windows too.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
Let's go. I already feel like we've fallen behind the 8 ball. I feel like we're 3 months behind everybody else.
Well, some teams won't start till tomorrow, so I do
That's
agree
ridiculous.
with that. Everybody should
why
be
is that
started
a
by
thing?
today. But whatever.
Yeah. Zacho, do you know if the Wild are doing anything nice for the Blue Jackets situation or not?
There will be a tribute, and it will be an emotional night, obviously, for everybody. And and then of course Columbus has got a much bigger planned event when they return home. But of course, the Wild in that position where they need to acknowledge that, and they will do so tonight.
Okay. Gopher football at UCLA Saturday night. Parker, big win for your squad last week. The big upset against number 11 USC.
Yeah,
Pretty sweet.
Fun. Yeah, it was fun. Was there for about half. Got a little cold and decided that my couch and a blanket would sound nice.
Meets us.
You got cold? I got a little cold. Yep, I got a little cold at sunset, and we were in
He's got no body fat. He runs all the time.
Yeah,
It works
we're
out,
in the
man.
end zone there where there's not the coverage that the student section has. So it's like that wind was kind of coming in a little bit. So, and then it was Vikings at 8:30 in the morning. So I wanted to get some sleep. It's my one day to kind of sleep in. So I was like, I'm going to get some sleep.
I
But
like how you prepared to get up to watch the Vikings game.
Yeah, it was like-
you're a young buck, man. You can handle that.
I know, but it was like the Vikings is so much more important. I love my Gopher football, don't get me wrong. But like with everything the Vikes got going on right now, it was just more important to me. So I meat sauced it and I hit the hay.
Yeah.
What are you, nuts?
But back to Gopher football for a second. I saw you tweet this week about Coy Parrish staying home, and you made the point, stay home, you'll never regret it.
Yes, I think, with a guy like that who's had success already as a freshman, a small town Minnesota kid, I think it's pretty cool. I'm playing for the Gophers right now, but then there's those thoughts that creep in your head, like, oh, what's next? Like, okay, can the Gophers win a national championship? Probably not. Sauce, you can correct me if I'm wrong there.
I mean, did you listen to this 6:40 to 7:30 hour? Yeah,
I did a little bit. Yeah, okay. That was a little Tommy hype in there. But then it's like, okay, can I go win a national championship somewhere? Can I go to Georgia? Can I go to Alabama? I could get more money there. that's great and all, but you're not guaranteeing yourself that awesome memory that you have as a Gopher. For myself, it's something that I take pride in. So I hope that he kind of sees that too. And then, vice versa, we got to find a way as a community to probably put some money in the pot for that kid to stay home, because he's obviously a top-level talent, and he's a guy that's making really good plays as an 18-year-old kid out in the field. But now can you keep him home? I don't know. With this NIL market, it's kind of tough.
No, that might be fun.
So maybe I'm making this up, and maybe I'm just like searching for some clues here and just kind of like cherry picking some of these stories. But it does seem like there's more and more high-end players, and at least more college players understand the value of legacy, and maybe not so much chasing what they thought was this perceived pot of gold at the end of the rainbow with NIL and all this other stuff. Because you look at, we don't know what Coy's going to do. I mean, we're only speculating. But the fact that he chose Minnesota in the recruiting process, I think, means that his head's in the right space as far as us creating a legacy here. That running back from Boise State. Yeah. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, man. My goodness.
Barry Sanders numbers.
He's unbelievable, right? And so the question that he's been asked is like, well, are you going to stay? Like, why did you stay here at Boise State? Like, he was good last year. He's been good, right? It's not like he's never been good and we're just discovering him. Like, he's been good for a long time. He's on the college football radar. And he's like, look, man, I care about what I can build here. In the same sort of thing. Like, he's going to leave a legacy at Boise State that very few players are going to be able to touch. And I don't know, man. I hope that there's a shift with all this fluctuation with NIL and transfer stuff and all these kids like chasing, that they're starting to realize that the grass is not always greener. And a lot of times there is no grass. Yeah. They realize that there isn't really a transfer portal. They get stuck in this system and they have to go through this recruiting process again. And then there really is no money. And they left something that they thought was a better situation, and it ends up not being a better situation.
Yeah, I saw a stat where it was like there's still 35% of D1 basketball players that enter the transfer portal are still in the transfer portal. So like out of all the kids that went in, 35% of kids are still in there, and it's like we have scrimmages next week. So what are you doing?
Yeah, you're hoping for an injury or
exactly,
something.
Yeah, you're hoping something happens where a coach reaches out, and this is like these high majors aren't going to do that now. So now it's like, okay, what mid major, what low major, what D2, so it's like I don't know, it's crazy
deal. Man.
It is.
Like you get some for 35% of those kids that are in there. Let's just say 35% were scholarship athletes at a time, getting some money to go to school, and now they're not in school.
Gave that away.
They gave that away. They're not getting a free education. Yeah. All for what?
I know. And obviously this isn't a Coy situation. Coy's obviously going to be fine whatever he decides to do. Hopefully he's a Gopher for 3 years and goes on to the NFL and makes a bunch of money. But but you're right. There has to be that kind of that pride and that legacy. And he's a small town Minnesota kid. And I think I don't know him great, but just from my interactions I've had with him, he seems to really love being here. He's a really confident kid, kind of has that aura and persona about him as he kind of walks around. So I think he's one of those guys that kind of understands that. And different flows for different people, different backgrounds. And I think that's, I don't know, it's hard. Because I get the situations where some kids are in where it's like, I got to go take more money. I understand that. But at the same time, I don't
as long as that's sort of guaranteed to them.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of these kids, like you're saying, the 35% that are still stuck in the portal, you're not getting, even if you get picked up by a team, you're not getting NIL money.
Not anymore, no doubt.
Sayonara, suckers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Suckers.
Pat,
Paul, your hand was up.
The running back from Boise State last week on most of those where you can bet anytime touchdowns, he was minus 4,000.
I had no
anytime
idea.
touchdown.
It's nuts.
He is. You watch his
first
highlights.
play, I think he had like a
unreal.
90-yard run for a touchdown.
Yeah.
His first play, he scored.
He's nuts.
He's crazy, man. I mean, the fact that we're all talking about Boise State right now is just proof of that. Ashton Jonte or something like that, I think his name.
Very handsome.
Yeah. Wow, Pat, that's so kind
You're
of
a
you.
big fan, Kev.
WNBA Finals Game 1 tonight.
Let's go.
Lynx at Liberty. Liberty are 6-point favorites.
Come on now.
So over under 159. So again, New York favored to win the game. I don't know about the series though.
I'll run on the field.
My guess is since they have home court, is they probably are slight favorites to win the series. I haven't seen. Sauce, have you seen?
I'll look right now, Steve Areno.
I bet they're not, just because the Liberty have home court advantage and they
were
have
the best
two
team in the
superstars.
WNBA.
And
That's what I'm saying. I think the
Sabrina
Liberty
Ionescu.
are probably slight favorites.
They're definitely favorites. There's a little dilemma, too, in Game 4. Did you guys see that? There's a...
Well, they moved it. The Wolves.
Okay, did they officially move it? Okay.
Because the Wolves had a preseason game against Denver on the 18th, which is next Friday. So they moved it to the 17th to take on Denver. So the Lynx will have the targets that are a week
hoping
from
they
Friday.
would do I would hope they would do the college deal. Like the Suns went and played the Detroit Pistons at Breslin Center at Michigan State. I was hoping they would
just
do
move
that
it?
at the Williams Arena and then have that whole.
Cool,
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
It's a
Wolves and Nuggets at Williams Arena.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
That's a great idea.
That'd be awesome.
God, you're genius.
And it's a preseason game. So it's like it doesn't matter that much. How much time
on the field? No, Pat.
How
it's
much
a
time are
court.
they?
Yeah, but then Ant falls off the elevated court at Williams, and then we burn the place to the ground because Ant got hurt.
The Liberty are minus 275.
Minus 270. That's good value if you think the Lynx are going to win the series.
I do.
It is good value.
I do.
Have you ever come even remotely close to falling off the elevated court during a game?
Yeah, multiple times. One
Were you
time,
drunk?
no, I was sober. I was pretty sober when I was playing.
Pretty sober.
Sober-ish.
Yeah,
kind of.
As sober as I
shots
could
of
be.
Henny.
As sober as I could be at a Friday night. But no, one time when our cameraman was right underneath the court, the baseline hoop right there, and literally right my tailbone, glute right into his head, 2-foot drop, got him good there, and then I had a save. I actually blocked a shot, and then I saved a ball, continued off the court right into the band, and then we were in transition, and I didn't know where to go back up. Because there's
stairs.
I was going to laugh somewhere with the transition going. But anyways, there's no stairs there, so it's just and there's courtside seats. So I just jumped over the people sitting courtside, hopped back down. It was kind of like Spider-Man-esque. But yeah, that you can fall off that thing so easy. Wisconsin has a tradition where they make their freshmen jump off the court during their pregame shoot-around. It's their thing. I don't know. They roll off the court. They've been doing it since Bo Ryan back in the day, and it's it's their initiation to playing at Williams Arena. You have to roll off the court and save a loose ball. I don't know. It's dumb.
Scouties have a lot of good ideas.
That's really,
they're definitely
that sounds really pointless.
They're not sober.
The Texans put wide receiver Nico Collins on IR. He's going to miss at least 4 weeks. Leads the NFL Ben in receiving yards with 567. Man, did you know this is kind of a little bit under the radar? Do you know Houston is 4-1?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only loss is a
to us.
34-7 loss to the Vikes.
Trouncing.
So we destroyed them.
And
They've
Nico
beaten
Collins
everybody
was a
else.
non-factor in that game.
Right.
Yeah, he's great.
Okay, I'm
4-1.
I'm sorry, but I know that we're talking the actual football news, but I can't stop thinking about Stephon Diggs' alleged rumors with.
Oh man, I don't know these.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man,
and
salute
alleged.
And yes, alleged, and the state that she was in when these rumors started.
So tell us these rumors because I haven't heard any of these.
Well,
he allegedly had an affair with Cardi B when she was 8 months pregnant.
8 months pregnant with somebody else's kid.
Salute. 8 months.
What a dirt dog.
Yeah.
What a dirt dog.
Oh, and everybody was posting that clip of the Vikings locker room, how every single person said they didn't want Stephon Diggs to date their sister.
Yeah, that was B-Rob's bit, yeah.
I forgot about that bit. That was a great bit.
Every single
everyone.
Stephon Diggs, without even thinking.
Yeah. It's we don't need to. Yeah, I mean, you guys all understand the reason why.
Yeah, there's a couple.
But
just go with your gut instinct on why.
Other rumors, you mean? Is that what you're talking about?
What do you mean? We can talk off.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Let's talk off.
Yeah, I think there's something else.
Let's talk off.
Headlines after this. More with Parker Fox and Ben Lieber after this Power 2 Morning Show on The Fan.
I'm a little man.
If you missed our 20...
From the gas pumps in Granite Falls to the ice chest in Isanti, the Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we challenge chance and chase glory, where we pursue our passion and dare to dream. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game.
Is where you find every Vikings football game, home and away. The radio home for Vikings football is FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan, powered by High Hy-Vee.
Score big savings this week at Hy-Vee. All week long, Pepsi 12-packs are buy two, get one free. And 5-ounce bacon wrap beef sirloins for only $4.99. Save big and shop local at your employee-owned Hy-Vee.
There are so many things I love about fall weather. The crisp air, the changing leaves. It's all so magical until my kids catch a chill outside. That's where Kohl's comes in with cozy layers, warm jeans.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today and get internet with a price for life. Keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
Seconds, there's a new victim of identity theft in the U.S. This Cybersecurity Awareness Month, get LifeLock for comprehensive identity theft protection. LifeLock alerts you to suspicious activity of your personal information. Start your 30-day free trial at lifelock.com/cybersafety.
Meat sauce here for my friends at the Rainbow Pest Experts, rainbowpestexperts.com. All of the bugs are going to start coming out of the woodwork and trying to get into your home. The box elder bugs, the Asian lady beetles, and the stink bugs. Contact Rainbow Pest Experts. They're fantastic at identifying entry points and preventing any future problems. And all services include a 100% customer satisfaction. They help me, they can help you. Check them out at rainbowpestexperts.com or call 952-252-0585. That's 952-252-0585.
This truck season, think about all the things you can do in a Chevy truck. You can even just with impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and multiple powertrains. Chevy Silverado, the first ever Silverado EV, Colorado and Tahoe have what you need to get things done. When you want to do it all, Chevy's got you. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups when you finance with GM Financial. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com. 0% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $27.78 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 9.3%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 10/31/24.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, Raising Cane's One Love. It's football season. We are big time into it. And tailgate season, of course, as well. Raising Cane's is the way to go when it comes to tailgating for football. Whether you're watching a game tonight or this weekend or beyond, why don't you get 50 or 100 or 200 chicken fingers and have the perfect football viewing party? When you think Raising Cane's and football season, easy combination. Home run for everybody. There's so many ways to get a hold of them, of course, as well. Go to one of these 16 or 17 Twin Cities locations. But you can also order ahead with the Raising Cane's mobile app or on raisingcanes.com. Chicken fingers, Texas toast, crinkle cut fries. What do you want? Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
You're free now. Free to fill your feed with impossibly chonky chonkers. Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber Internet. Your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability. Service in select locations only.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
I love Wenzel's Farm. I've been telling you that for a long time now, man. We spent the summer together just rolling around, playing Fabulous Armadillos shows and making sure people were checking out just how good the meat sticks are from Wenzel's Farm. I got to tell you, they got a new thing going on right now. I don't know if you like spicy things out there, But right now, only at Amazon or WinslowsFarm.com, they have super spicy, wicked meat sticks available. You like those kind of things? You got to try the Wicked Sticks from Winslow's Farm. Again, you can only get them on Amazon or WinslowsFarm.com, and you get them right now. I've got some waiting on me. I'm going to try them. I'm going to film myself doing it. I'm not good at spicy things. And apparently, these are times 700 spicy. Again, the super spicy wicked meat sticks. Only at Amazon or WinslowsFarm.com. Winslow's Farm got 15 different flavors now. You're going to love them. Try them. You can get them at Quick Trip. Grab them and go. You can get them everywhere. And add a little protein to your life. Real meat for real life. That's Winslow's Farm at WinslowsFarm.com.
The Avid Brothers, Trampled by Turtles. October 24th. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Wild Blue Jackets tonight at 7 on the audio home of the Wild. FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
All right, final segment of your Power Trip Morning Show. Here we are. Don't forget, again, till midnight tonight, cultivatedcbd.com, 25% off KFAN Ghost.
Duh.
Is the keyword to get 25% off your entire order. Thank you for sponsoring the Charts Challenge. Also want to make sure I remind you once again, thanks to my buddy, Chad Harlander, and the good people at the Reach Foundation. Today is Mental Health Day, World Mental Health Day. Check on everybody. Check on yourself. Take care of each other, but don't forget the first person you got to take care of is yourself. And sometimes all you got to do is ask, say, how you doing today? And you might ask at the right time. So take care of each other.
Yep. A wise man once said, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
That's right. That's exactly right. Don't wreck yourself. Take care of each other.
Don't wreck yourself. Check yourself.
Amen.
And then do headlines.
Now it's time for headlines.
Brought to you by my friends at Wolf River Electric. Those guys are awesome. If you want to get solar panels, if you want to go solar and get turned on. Wolf River Electric. Thanks, Wolf River.
I'll run on the field.
Pat, it's 8 a.m.
He's becoming my new favorite.
I know, me too.
I guess there's the best.
Oh, I'm a knucklehead.
Nate Bargatze signed a 2 special deal with Netflix. The first one premieres December 24th. Right before your birthday, Chris, you can watch Nate Bargatze. Christmas Eve.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of things to do because I'm super excited to see the Bob Dylan movie the next day, too.
Yeah.
So,
We're going to go out, right, Hogs?
Yeah.
That looks real good, man.
Sweet.
Of course I will. I don't think you'll go with me on Christmas Day, though. I ain't going to lie to you.
Well, it depends if my son is here or not.
Yeah.
At work?
I might bring him, though.
Yeah,
He could go to
bring
the
your
movie.
son to work day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good way to start out your life.
Little Robert Zimmerman Lambert?
Yep, you guessed it. RZL.
Please name him Richard.
No.
Oh, the
Richard.
Oh,
man.
Be great. Going out of style. You need to keep it.
Yeah, name him Kanye.
Kanye.
No.
That's a good one.
I think I might name
Tyrone.
him Birdman.
Oh, yeah. Please
Or
do.
BG.
Or Petey Pablo Lambert.
Yep. See, Maxo gets it.
What's the most I would have
Or
to pay
Juven
you?
Wayne.
What's the least I would have to pay you to take over the right to name your kid? Like if I gave you $20,000, could I name him?
Man, I don't know. That's a great question.
You'd probably have to
Is it
ask.
really?
Him.
No. That's not.
I don't think you could just answer this question.
Yeah, I'd have to ask
20K
my
enough?
beloved.
That's not even close to enough. Don't even.
Would you trust me? Let's say you accepted that offer. Would you trust me to give that boy a name that was respectable? Or do you think I would call him like Raising Cane's Lambert?
Yeah.
Would you trust me or not?
No.
I pay you 20 because clearly somebody that's willing to pay $20K, you're not getting a good name.
No.
Right? I'm going to mess with you.
What if the deal was not $20,000 because that seems very low, and I'm like you, I would say no.
Yeah, I said no.
But what?
Especially the beady eyes.
But what if old beady eyes over there paid for any college that Richard Lambert went to? 5-year college. It could be Harvard.
Oh, it's going to take him longer than 5.
Oh, come on.
Okay, 7 years
Oh, he's
at
gonna be a
technical
doctor.
A lot of
college.
people go to college for 7 years.
Yeah, Parker Fox.
I should have taken that.
You should. I saw him. Parker shrugged his shoulders a little bit, like this is. It's got to be.
We were getting there.
Somebody's gonna take it. And I took it. It was too easy.
I knew it was coming.
Sauce. Bezos just called.
Yep.
100 million. Sean Payton Lambert.
Oh, for sure.
You have to.
Of course.
You have
to. You can call it butthole eyes. Yeah, or short you can.
Same
Lambert would go hard, though.
Same amount of money. Same amount of money. Adolf Epstein Lambert.
Oh, my God.
No.
What?
You have to do it.
You have to.
$100 million.
Because look, it would be Adolf Epstein Lambert on his birth certificate, but you could still call him whatever you're going to call him for real.
Yeah. He's going to get a ticket anytime.
His official name, Adolf Lambert. Sure, it shows up on his passport and things like that.
Any resume he writes out?
No, you don't have to for a resume. I mean, he's going to have a
Dolph.
Right, you just right.
Yeah, young Dolph.
Call him A.E. Lambert.
What about when
No, it's going to be Adolf Epstein.
What about when he gets to 18, he can change it?
That's true.
That's
Sure,
fine.
but $100 million, you'd have to take it.
You have to.
Because little Dolphy over there is going to be set for life.
Yeah, I bet Dolph Lundgren's real name is probably Adolf. Right?
And he's a genius
and he's
a
hot.
badass.
Yeah, you're right on Hawk.
But
He's a universal soldier.
Drugs.
Yeah, and he beat up Rocky.
He sure did.
Beat up.
Oh, okay.
You love Rocky IV, Hawk.
Yeah, right. It's the best of them all.
It is the best. It's a top 5 film.
It's the best soundtrack too.
Yeah, it's a top 5
And
film.
highway of Nathan.
Why?
Are you having a fit?
I thought the movie started.
America.
Hawk, you got to stop. That's copyright.
I'm sorry.
Too close.
It's like Michael Jackson singing James Brown. That was pretty good.
Man.
Today is National Hug a Kevin Day.
Nobody asked you, Kevin!
National Hug a Kevin Day. Zach can. He can hug Kevin Fallness at the XL Energy Center.
Yeah, everybody, if you see Kevin Fallness tonight, give him a hug.
It is National Hug
He
a
will be
Kevin
at the
Day.
green carpet deal. The fans will swarm him. It'll be beautiful.
That's awesome.
Yeah, everybody do that. Celebrate with Kevin Fallness.
Hug Kevin Fallness tonight.
National
Let's do an
Hug
exam.
a
I
Kevin
want to look
Day.
at your abdomen. I want to look at your arms, and I want you to tell me about your breasts.
Wow, Kevin. Why is Kevin saying that to people? God, what is that from?
Dr. Dude.
Dr. Dude?
That one guy.
Is that how you fell for the examination? I'm Dr. Dude.
What's the guy's name? The guy who's
Dr.
on
Phil?
Corolla's show.
Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew.
That's not Dr. Drew.
Yeah, it was.
Play it again.
No.
Please.
I've already advanced.
Yeah, he's already
Well,
advanced. He's
congratulations. Get that degree.
An 18-year-old man in Pennsylvania was arrested for damaging a police vehicle while he was dressed as a banana.
No, you can't do that.
See, Kessler gets it. A banana?
I don't even know.
What's the best fruit of all time?
My God.
wow.
I mean, of all time?
Of all time.
Back in the
You
day.
can't say
You just
Mango. I'm going mango.
the mango.
It's
You're
a
a mango hater?
It's a Honey Crisp apple.
Granny Smith apple.
Yeah, it's an apple.
Sweet tango better.
Or kiwis are good.
You like kiwis? With
Yeah.
the skin on?
No, yuck. Problem with the kiwi is it takes too long to get all that stuff off.
That is true.
Yeah, you don't have patience for eating fruit.
I don't.
55% of hiring managers have discovered employees working, quote, side hustles during company time.
Damn right.
Yeah, that's called me when I was doing fan line.
Yeah.
Right? That's, I mean, touchdown Vikings. I'd look up and go, oh, jot that down. I'll ask Ben or Ron Johnson about that. And back to work.
And then I would come in and just do nothing.
Oh, my God.
Abbott has
I
basically
mean-
sent me home. I don't show up anymore because he's like, you bother everybody. You
Yeah.
serve no purpose.
It was tough.
And look, you did ruin a lot of games for me. And we talked about this. A lot of games, GAME. You would sit in that other room before Zach did highlights. You used to do highlights.
Yep.
Us in here in this main studio, we would be watching the television feed. Well, the radio feed is first, so you heard the highlight
Well,
first.
I had the direct feed.
Right, you would get you had.
Oh, he was not on delay.
No, so he's on
No.
time travel.
Yeah.
So here's like a big 4th and 1 conversion. Well, 7 seconds before we see it, there's Sauce over there pumping his fist like he won the lottery, right? It's
You're
like,
the worst.
he spoiled every big play.
That's right. I
You're like,
remember
Paul,
sitting
sit
in here
down
that
and
happening.
keep it to yourself.
A, you weren't paying attention.
No, but then I would see you stand up and fist pump to no one and go, okay, we must have got a touchdown
Yeah.
to the first down.
And every time you stood up, we thought it was a solar eclipse.
Oh, my God. Boom.
I felt the fifth floor shake, and then I would look over and go, Oh, Paul stood up. 64% of parents, Benjamin, are concerned that their child isn't reaching their full potential.
I'm a little man.
How is it not 100?
That's what I'm like, well, I guess I'm guilty, but it's also sort of unfair with my kids at their age to feel like I'm we've reached the finish line, you know. At what point in time do you feel like that window's closed for their potential?
I think I'm going to be worried about that if I live to 100. Like, I don't care what my girls do. I just want them to max out whatever they're capable of doing. I don't care what it is, right? Just
like when they're 40 years
of,
old and with a family and job and all this other stuff, I'm like, I don't know, maybe is there more you can do?
Or maybe this is your potential.
Yeah, but we won't know that until we get to the end.
Yeah.
Isn't there always more you can do?
I think so, yeah. Unless... At some point, my guess is Jeff Lambert goes, "This is unbelievable. Well done."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he stopped worrying.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. He thought that when he finally got him to wipe himself.
Okay.
I can't believe it. Never thought we'd get there.
The rest of this is icing on the cake.
It only took 17 years. That's great.
Jeff Lambert was like, KG, anything is possible.
Well, it'd be nice if you got him to brush his teeth. No, the wiping his ass was more than enough.
Bring it.
Let the teeth thing go. I don't know. I would argue that's what I worry about the most is just, are we minimizing their potential in any way?
Yeah.
I don't know. I worry about that all the time.
You know what I think, man? I read this interesting book. I listened to it. I shouldn't say I read it but anyway, it doesn't matter. About late bloomers and how so many of us, including myself, by the way, that's why I listened to the book, are just meant to be late bloomers. And we put such an emphasis on people succeeding, I should say, at a young age, that those people who take a little longer to develop are often criticized and looked down upon. But your brain doesn't fully develop till you're 25. So if you're out there and you're saying to yourself, I'm a senior in college and I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, give yourself a damn break. Literally, you're not fully developed yet. Mm-hmm. Take a breath.
Well, and nothing makes that worse than social media, right? Because
absolutely, we see the best of everyone.
If you're looking around at other 21-year-olds that kid already has $3 million in the bank and I have nothing. Well, then it's like, well, I'm failing. Well, he's the exception or she's the exception.
Yeah.
That's not the rule.
Good for the people who succeed early, but there's a lot of us that are late bloomers, man. It's cool.
Yeah.
You know what? It's World Mental Health Day. Remember, it's okay. It's all right. It ain't that serious, man. You got one little life. Try to enjoy it.
Yeah. I definitely adhere to that and preach that in our household when it comes to like sports and activities and stuff like that. Because I felt like that it was kind of weird because small town, whatever, like I was maybe more physically advanced, but like if I put myself in the metro area, oh my God, I was like so far behind, I think, athletically.
Right.
But like everybody develops physically at a different age. I mean, so I try to like tell, especially my boys, like, it's like, dude, you might be like, it might be your junior year by the time you physically feel like you're coordinated and like what you want your body to do is actually gonna do it, and that's totally fine. And it might be even later than that. So I don't know. Like I definitely think when it comes to sports, we get so infatuated with this kid that's got it all put together when he's 10 years old, and like, yeah, well, you know what? He probably is gonna peak when he's 12.
You know what the problem with that is as well? And I'm 53. You guys don't know this as yet, but I'm going to tell you. Life is full of second acts and third acts and fourth acts. And especially for athletes who you think maybe you achieved your greatness at the age of 22, what do you do with the rest of your life? You've got a lot of time, man. Life is full of second, third, and fourth acts. It really is.
Oh, show.
It really is.
You know who else taught us that?
Who's that?
Rocky and Rocky 4.
Damn right.
Oh, hell yeah. Great.
Because if I can change... You can change. We all can change. And you'll have and I got to go. Love you guys.
Bye, Ben.
Bye. Bye,
Twin
guys.
Cities
Bye,
Live, 3 to 4:30 every day on Channel 5 with the lovely Elizabeth Reese.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for stopping.
Parker, how do you feel that we always bring up that a brain fully doesn't develop until 25, and that's exactly how old you are? Do you feel like you are fully developed now mentally?
I don't think so.
Still got a ways to go?
I hope not.
Don't worry about it. Plenty of time.
Yeah. And who's to say it's 25? Why is it like that's always the cutoff? Is it like it's just done when you're 25?
Science.
I think that's science. That's about
it starts
the time
to go downhill from there.
Yeah, it's over for you.
Dang it.
It's cool though, man.
Good
this
thing
is
I have
going to
you guys.
make your freaking day.
Damn right,
if you didn't
brother.
already see this.
What's that?
This is for you specifically. God, it's gonna do nope. I would argue this is your second favorite thing outside of the female form.
Okay.
The spirit of Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Pops up normally about June.
Yeah, correct.
But crushes this time of year. They do so well. Later this year, 10 Spirit Halloween locations will switch over to Spirit Christmas and feature things like holiday inflatables and decor, apparel, stocking stuffers, and much, much more. So Spirit Christmas is a thing. It's a new concept, quote, that we're hopeful it will resonate with our customers. That's what the company is saying.
That's
so
a great
temporary
idea.
Christmas stores.
Yeah, the whole concept is a brilliant idea.
What a
because
great idea.
I would guess that they don't even pay full rent because it's just an empty spot that they use. I'm sure they negotiate to pay like the taxes on the rent, and they get all the space for free. It's brilliant.
Has anybody here ever been inside of one? Because I have not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it the worst place ever?
I mean,
No, it's the best.
No, it's just full of
Come
Halloween
on.
stuff. I hate Halloween, but
it's just a location to buy junk, right?
Yeah, that's Chris Hockey.
Yeah, that's
Wait, where's this place?
Not that kind of
stuff.
No, dude, it's great. It really is. They have stuff that you don't see anywhere else. I love that.
Can't
I really
you just
do.
buy it all on Amazon? Like, do you
how
really have
dare
to
you.
go to it? I'm just curious. Like, isn't
You certainly could, but
Then you can try on the Halloween costumes,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
You
they
can
let you
try
try
on the
on?
mask.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the key.
I saw
like
the Haktua girl has a costume at Spirit Halloween.
Of course she does.
She's a mother.
No,
I don't think she is.
See, she's succeeding way before most girls her age.
Is that what
Good
it is?
for her.
Getting in Spirit Halloween,
Well,
you've done it.
If you don't have a catchphrase like Haktua yet, just be patient. Plenty of time to succeed later in life.
Skyuma.
All right, Sauce, if you saw this, don't guess.
All right.
No matter how scrambled a Rubik's Cube is, there's a way to solve it within blank number of moves.
16.
isn't it 5?
Yeah, I thought we.
I think it's like, no, I think Parker's around, I think it was like 17 or something.
Isn't it 7?
8?
No matter how scrambled you get it, there is a way to solve it within 20 moves. Doesn't matter how messed up it is. 20
Can you
moves.
do it, Cor?
No.
That's great.
Can you, Maxo?
I feel like Max
No,
can.
no, I
Really,
did.
Max?
I did the trick where I peeled off all the stickers,
Yeah.
and then I rearranged them, and then my parents' friends were like, "Oh my God, you're a genius!" And I didn't tell them.
But again, every time we bring this up, it's not like you don't have to be a genius to solve a Rubik's Cube. You have to memorize the patterns, right?
Right.
You have to get one side into like a starting position and then just understand the 30 to 40 moves that it takes. Again, apparently it's a minimum of 20, but I think it would just take you a couple days to memorize which twists you have to make.
Yeah.
It's more of a time commitment and then learning the pattern.
We have a lot of data.
Well,
You know?
You don't need that, Peach.
He is off the charts intelligent.
Oh, thank you.
Sauce,
Yes, Daddy.
where is
Oh.
Kokomo?
I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I think this is a trick question. I don't think Kokomo exists.
That's the correct answer. There is
Kokomo,
no actual island Kokomo or place that the Beach Boys were singing about. It's a made-up place.
F's hard. Yeah, that's such a good song.
Yeah, it's a banger.
How hard?
Real hard.
The end of an era going back to the old era.
Good luck.
Mountain Dew announced that they are changing their logo and going back to spelling out the word mountain.
Who cares?
In 2009, how about this though? In 2009, they just changed it to MTN, right? It's just been MTN DEW. Now it's going back to mountain.
Terrible soft drink.
Whoa.
No, ice cold
kidding.
Mountain Dew out of a can.
So,
Baja
Parker,
Blast.
25 years ago.
if you had grown up in the
100 out of
90s,
100.
Terrible.
Mountain Dew and Doritos
Yes.
were the diets
Yes.
of most of us. None of us would be here without those two things. It's
Mountain
that
Dew
good.
cold out of a can is the best soda of all time.
And
But you
again,
just can't
repeat
drink it.
story, but we've been on the air for 22 years. We're running out of stuff to talk about. Parker, think about this. There was one of the best promotional bits ever in the 90s, late 90s, NCAA tournament time. Mountain Dew had a bit where a team name was under the cap.
Okay.
And if you turn it just
Yeah,
at the
you
right
could
angle,
see
you
it.
could maybe see a letter or two and be like, I think that's Duke. I can't tell. But anyway, if you twisted off the cap of a Mountain Dew and your team, whatever team you got underneath the cap, won the NCAA tournament, you
guys
won
won.
like some Mountain Dew jersey or something. I
That's
forget what you
pretty
won.
cool.
It was
That's great.
We were going to gas stations left and right, and when you would turn off twist off a team that you had never heard of, like East Tennessee State. You'd be like, son of a bitch.
I got to buy more.
Go home, get more money from your parents, go get more Mountain Dew. It was the best.
Yep.
How much money did you need? In the 90s, you walk in.
I bet it's 99 cents.
I bet it was less than that.
How about
it might have been less than that.
Doing a bag of Doritos.
Probably $3 total.
Yeah.
Maybe less.
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
I remember back then.
oh, no.
Chris, since you were just in London, I doubt you were. I doubt you walked into a McDonald's, but I did. They have freaking. It's called like Power Peel. They again.
They have monopolies going on.
They have McDonald's monopoly in England because they do it and they can trust themselves.
Yeah.
We can't do it.
Yeah.
We screwed it up.
Yeah.
One of the best bits ever. McDonald's monopoly.
I had no idea.
I know.
Yeah,
Pat gets it.
I was on the train from Balzac by the Sea to London, and I was listening to a group of about 7 teenagers in front of us breaking down which ones they had and which one they did. And I literally had FOMO.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, that was so much. What a great idea.
We need to bring that
bit
back.
was.
Now teenagers are like doing drugs on the train. And
Can confirm.
not the right thing.
Yeah, we can solve the light rail problem with Monopoly.
I was going to smoke fentanyl, but that large fry.
I got Broadway.
The sweet, sweet ganja.
Yep. See, Pat gets
No,
it.
that's not ganja, Pat. You don't get it.
Yeah, sure.
I love McDonald's monopoly.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Canes should just steal that.
Yeah.
October 10th. So let's see if Chris can go first and nail this. What year, Chris, did Kill Bill Volume 1 get released on this date, October 10th? Kill Bill, one of the all-time greats, one of the most unique movies in movie history. I freaking love it. Kill Bill came out in what year?
2004.
Very, very, very good. 2003.
Yeah.
Oh, really good, Hawk.
Have you seen it, Parker Fox?
I don't think so.
I haven't either.
Fantastic.
All right, we'll watch it.
I haven't seen it.
The two
just
movies.
watched it for the first
You,
time.
me, Adolf Epstein.
Jesus.
We're watching Kill Bill.
I think the two combined are
little
what,
young for
4.5 hours or something, right?
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
it was one movie at first.
Correct, yeah. And then the studio made him split it up. But if you just count that as one movie, and it's 4.5 hours of awesomeness. It's badass. And David Carradine before he choked himself to death.
How do you do that?
You know how.
That was a great day.
Oh, wow.
Rocco.
Jeez, Rocco.
Off the top, Rocco.
Pretty
wrote.
dark, Rocky.
Maybe he had a good day and it was unrelated.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give you 3 people that have birthdays today.
Ooh.
And I want you to guess whether or not these people are older or younger than Christopher Allen Hockey.
Okay.
Sorry, I wouldn't listen. Go ahead. Say that one more time.
3 people have a birthday today.
Okay.
And I want all of us to guess if they're older or younger than you.
Oh, okay, good.
So you turn, 54?
I'll turn 54 Christmas Day.
You turn
that's right.
54 Christmas Day. Hi, Carly.
Carly?
Carly, you want to do the last 6 minutes of the show? Have a seat. Carly, participate in this game. Here's the 3 people. Tell me which ones are older or younger than Chris. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has a birthday today. Brett Favre has a birthday today. And AC Slater himself, Mario Lopez. Who of those 3, older or younger than Chris?
Favre, I would guess, is older.
You think?
Yeah. AC is probably. I bet the 2 are younger, and only Favre is older.
I'm going Favre and AC are older.
Carly?
I'm going to go Favre and AC are older as well.
Chris?
Favre is like almost exactly my age, but he's a little older. I think it's the same for all of them. I think they're all real close to my age. But I think I'm going to go with Favre being the only one that's older as well.
Okay, Max?
Yeah,
Zach?
I think Favre's the oldest. And I think AC is the same age, and I don't remember who the first guy was.
Favre's got
Earnhardt Jr.
Junior's, oh man, that is good. Junior's maybe a little younger, Favre a little older, and AC the same age.
Most of you have it correct. Favre is the oldest. He's 55. He's the only one that's older than you, Chris. AC Slater turns 51 years old today.
Wow.
And
Whoa.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. is 50 years old.
But AC Slater looks the exact
He
same
does. Yep. He
as
looks
when he was at high school.
Pretty much.
Correct, yeah.
He's still at Bayside in my heart. He always
Yeah.
will be.
Yeah.
He's in my hotel room.
Always.
She.
He always is, isn't
Hey,
he?
yo.
Hubba hubba.
Yeah, trying to tell you what movies to watch.
Last one
Oh,
from
you
me.
said
A
the
guy from
bathtub?
Canada broke a world record by eating almost 2.5 pounds of sriracha in 3 minutes. 2.5 pounds.
Oh, yucky.
Delightful.
It opened up a hole.
Well,
Oh my God, Rosie.
It did because he says he loves hot sauce and that he has never experienced, quote, burn butt before.
Oh, man.
Little BB.
Hawk had that in the 80s.
I might have it right now.
Also, by the way, the rules state that you can't just chug it. You have to eat it with a teaspoon.
That's disgusting.
That is so gross.
My goodness.
Ugh, yucky.
What a treat.
Oh, Marty.
Marnes.
Yeah. Barnes will be back tomorrow from the Grand Old Opry to play Initials.
Can't wait to talk to her.
Just on a trip to Nashville, huh?
Yeah.
She was tweeting about how much she didn't like Tiger Lily Gold, but was using them for a free trip.
I can't believe she's getting them to fall for it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Good for her.
Yeah.
Is Rosie still in London?
Oh, yeah.
Never leaving.
He's going to miss the Lynx game.
Is that tonight?
Well, that's a woman's viewpoint.
Yeah, it's a woman's game, Mark.
We really championed women yesterday, so I think we did our job.
I think we did a pretty good job, man.
Oh my
Jesus,
God, Rosie, come
Mark.
on. Come on.
I don't know what you're referencing.
Yeah, is he back on our show next week, Tuesday
Yes,
and
he is.
Wednesday,
He's
or
back.
not? He's
Yeah,
back?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. We get a random Max snort. It's the best.
Carly, weird transition,
Okay.
admittedly.
Let's do it.
Is it up yet?
It's up.
What is it?
Okay. So we announced it yesterday, but I am launching a podcast called Here We Go. And it's all about mental health, wellness, relationships, addiction, recovery, very difficult topics. Again, I wanted to do this because I felt so isolated and alone during my struggles. And I hope to build a community. And together we can, pick each other back up. And so it's really cool. I already have 100 subscribers on the website. Oh, no
She's
content.
famous.
Let's go.
I know that's like nothing to you guys, but so it's herewegopodcast.com. The first episode is live on iHeartMedia app and all your favorite podcast links, like wherever you get them, Spotify, those things. And so please listen today. And again, there's 4 episodes dropping. I would like you to listen to all 4. Huge thank you to Chris Hockey for being a part of that, for
glad to be a part of it.
walking
Thank
me
you.
through it, and all of you guys for letting me promote this, because without you, it would be nothing. So thank you guys so much. I love you.
You're the best.
Take care of
Carly.
yourselves
Love
today.
Parker Fox, thanks for your time.
Love you guys.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend.
Initials tomorrow at 8:15, $75,500 for the St. Paul Federal Credit Union Initials jackpot. That's right, 75,500. That's insane. That's so much money.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So much money.
That's a lot.
And no offense, Max, I'm so glad it didn't go off last week because we would have had a lot of conspiracy questions.
Oh, for sure. I was kind of hoping it didn't either.
That's tomorrow. We're back 5:30 to 9 tomorrow. Everybody have a good day. 9 to noon is next.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too, Abba Dabba. Love you.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here's a look at the roads. 694.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today for an internet service monthly rate with peace of mind.
Avenue, 494 westbound jammed up Cedar Avenue to Penn Avenue, and delays continue on 94 westbound Manning to Woodbury. That's traffic on the Fan. Traffic is sponsored by Papa Murphy's.
From the gas pumps in Granite Falls to the ice chest in Isanti, the Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we challenge chance and chase glory, where we pursue our passion and dare to dream. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game.